a TFWire.com video review.
Hey, this is Matrix Prime at TFWire.com with my video review of the Transformers movie Voyager Starscream figure. Now here's the figure in its alternate mode, which happens to be an F-22 Raptor. Now the primary color in this mode is what I can best describe as a dark sandy color. It's one of the colors you would definitely find on a desert camo uniform. And to go along with this dark sandy color, we have this dark gray, which as you can see actually blends in with this dark sandy color. We have the same dark gray appearing up here just behind the cockpit. And if we look down here onto the lower side of the figure here, we have the same dark gray actually blending in with a black paint application. If I turn the figure up here so that we're looking down on it here, you can see that the wings themselves here are outlined in silver, both the primary wings as well as the little rear wings here. And if I turn the figure around here, I'm not sure how well this comes out in the video itself here, but we also have the Decepticon symbols which appear about here and here, and these two are also applied in silver. Aside from that, the only other color we have here is black here on the guns, and a lighter sandy color here for the things which are surrounding the guns here. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the colors. The cockpit area here is made up of a translucent yellowish orange plastic, and that too is also outlined in silver. Now let me flip the figure upside down here. You can see that we don't have any landing gear here on the nose itself. However, we do have wheels here and here, and we also have some wheels back here, but these aren't ordinary wheels back here. If we actually roll these, you'll see that the guns themselves spin. And the reason for that is because of the gimmick here in the jet mode. Let me remove one of the missiles here from the storage, insert it into one of the guns here, and let me push down on the wings and actually push this figure along here on the table. Oh. And as you can see, there is a problem with the gimmick. It's not 100% operational, I guess I'll say. Let me demonstrate it here on the other side, since that gun seems to be rotating a bit better. There you go. Now the reason for the problems with this gimmick is that the wheels have to be flush with the table. If they're not exactly flush and the right amount of pressure isn't applied to them, they're not going to shoot. So that's one of the problems with this mode. Let me just go ahead and remove these missiles now from both sides. Now the missile holders here actually fold onto the sides of the missile launchers themselves, which is quite nice. Alright, so the gimmick here with shooting the missiles was one problem. The other problem I have with this mode is the robot head. Yes, you can see the robot head in this mode. Let me turn the figure around. As you can see, we have the robot head here, and you can clearly see it from many different angles. We do have this little rubbery piece here, which is covering the robot face, but it doesn't cover the entire head. And whenever you can see the robot head in the alternate mode, in my view, that knocks some points off. So while I really love the jet mode here, because of the issues with the firing gimmick, and because you can see the head some, I'm going to knock a few points off and actually give this mode a 9 out of 10. Despite the problems it has, I really don't care about the shooting gimmick. The head is the major issue for me. But despite those problems, I still really love this mode, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. And with that said, I'll now show you the transformation to robot mode. And to start off, let me fold the guns out here, and then fold them down to the sides of the jet. Next, I'm going to take these panels here, or these wings, which will now become panels, and fold them down here. Next, I'm going to take the cockpit area here, actually flip that up, and once that's flipped up, I'm going to take this little rubbery piece, which is covering the robot head, flip that down, and now I'm going to take this entire cockpit area and push up here, and as you can see, we have the automorph gimmick. I'm going to go ahead and slide this all the way up. Next, I'm going to take, let me turn the figure around here so you can see. I'm going to take these panels here and fold them out to the side a little bit. We have the robot legs here. I'm going to go ahead and pull these up. Go ahead and do that to the other leg as well. Now we have the panels here on the leg. Those flip open, allowing us to pull the leg up even further and then flip the leg down. I do have to pull out the knee here. Flip the leg down, close the leg panel. Go ahead and do that to the other side as well. Pull the leg up, fold it down, push the knee out, fold the leg down, close the leg panel. Turn the figure back around to the front here. We'll fold these leg panels back out. Let me go ahead and get rid of this nose here to the jet. We actually have to flip this little panel back. As you can see, we now have a peg here, and there's a hole up here on the back. We'll simply push that into the hole there and get the nose out of the way. Alright, so now that we have the figure this far, we'll go ahead and fold the feet down and rotate the legs around here. Now there's a certain way we have to position the legs. You can keep them straight, like they are here, but the correct way to position the legs is to get the gun out of the way here so you can see. Take the upper leg here and actually fold that forward a bit. Now we'll take the knee here, actually bend that back. Go ahead and bend that back twice. Now we'll take the lower leg here and bend it here at this extra joint forward, and we'll now put the foot down here. We'll go ahead and do that to the other side as well. Upper leg forward, bend the knee back twice, bend the lower leg forward, and get the legs positioned correctly here so that it'll stand. And we now have the legs positioned correctly here. So there's the legs. Alright, so next up, the next thing we have to do here is fold these wings back. And the best way to do this, I've found, is to simply remove these little panels up here on the shoulders. They snap on and off quite easily. When you fold these wings back, they seem to just fall off anyways. At least when I'm doing it, so I just go ahead and remove these panels anyways. Alright, so you take the wings here and fold them back onto the shoulders. And now the wings themselves actually fold in half here. So you fold them in half and position the wings onto the back here. And now that the wings are back, we can go ahead and put these panels back on the shoulders here. And fold them down. And now that those panels are down on the shoulders, we can take these wings here and fold them back as far as they'll go. If you want to put them all the way back, you can slide them underneath these shoulder panels here. The instructions simply show to fold them back as far as they'll go, though, without actually folding them underneath the shoulder panels. And the last thing we have to do here is get the arms up into place. Do that to the right side here. Fold the guns up. Oop. And we have the automorph going on its own here. And you get the legs positioned correctly so that we'll have the robot mode standing. And we now have Starscream in robot mode. Now, as far as articulation is concerned, the head can rotate 360 degrees here, although the joint is a bit tight. The arms can rotate here at the shoulder. They can also move in and out at the shoulder, and they can also rotate this way at the shoulder as well. The legs, they can move forward and backward. They can move in and out from the body, and they can bend here at the knee. They can also bend here at this extra joint in the leg, and the feet can also bend here at the ankle. Now, we'd like to have seen some more articulation here in the waist, but because of the way the figure transforms, that simply isn't possible. That's pretty much it for our articulation. The color scheme is nearly identical to the jet mode. The only new colors we have here are some gold, which appear up here on the head, as well as some red and some copper coloring, which appears here in the chest panels. I'm not quite sure what these chest panels are supposed to be. I don't know if it's a look at the internals of the transformer itself or what, but it sort of looks like internal wiring. So that's it for the colors. The only other thing we have to talk about here are the guns here. And the guns themselves have these, I'm not quite sure what these are, but you can fold these things out here. And you can insert the missiles into each gun here. Go ahead and do that. Now, while you're doing this, you want to make sure you don't hit the buttons, which are located on the rear of the gun here. The buttons are very sensitive. And that one, there we go. Go ahead and insert the missiles into this side. The last one here. As I said, very sensitive. Alright, so there we have Starscream with the missiles and his guns here. When I first saw pictures of this figure, I thought I was going to absolutely hate it. Now that I actually own the figure and I've seen it here in person and I've messed around with it, I gotta say the robot mode is absolutely fantastic. Some people don't like the fact that it doesn't have hands, it just has these guns. I really like the guns, I gotta say. The only downside here, again, is that it's lacking some articulation here in the waist. But overall, I think it looks fantastic as a display piece. It's certainly worth picking up. I gave the jet mode a 9 out of 10. I'm probably going to give the robot mode a 9 out of 10 as well. So overall, 9 out of 10. It's certainly worth picking up, and I'm pretty sure you won't have any problems finding it. So yeah, go out and purchase this figure.